All right, looks like I'm live. Welcome everybody joining me today. I see that Devin is here already and Rose is already here. Thanks for joining. I am joined tonight by the cats. They're both here tonight. Um, I'm. It's just going to be me. However, I am a bit rough today. We had some really bad news last night that had me drinking whiskey, which is something that I haven't done in a really long time. So it is 8 o'clock at night here, and I'm still a little bit hungover. So if anybody wants to join me as a little extra pep, I'm feeling good right now. I don't know how long that is going to last. So yeah, let me know how you guys are doing. If you're doing NaNo, let me know how that's going. I was just about to update my number. I had this plan for these last couple of days to write 5K a day, and I failed miserably. I thought I was gonna do it yesterday, and then we got that really bad news that killed writing for the day. And then again, I'm not feeling well this morning today because of my own life choices. so I'm so I say all this, but as many of you probably know, I finished NaNo weeks ago. But I did have a goal of hitting 100,000 words just to hit those 6 digits, because 6 digits looks nicer than 5 digits. If I had stuck with that 5K a day, I think I would have actually been over the line today. And instead, I am at 93,089. Which I know sounds great, but when you set a goal, it doesn't matter how high that goal is. It's still a bit of a bummer when you don't reach it. So I am hoping to get 2K tonight. And that'll get me to 95. And then as long as I actually get that flippin' 5K tomorrow that I told myself I was going to get every single day, I will have at least hit that goal. So to that end, I'm probably only going to be doing 5-minute breaks today. Let me know if you need me to slow down a bit. Let me go ahead and get that screen up. In fact, but yeah, just let me know if I'm going a little faster than you want. I can certainly take a pause if we need to. I don't know. For me, sometimes I like it to be every 5 minutes, like just a 5-minute break. And then other times I'm like, whoa, slow down. I was just going to do something and now I can't. So yeah. So let me know if you guys need me to slow down at all. We are going to start this first sprint in about a minute. I am also about done with this story. So I don't know if I'm going to get it finished in the next 2 days, because this story has just overall taken a lot more words than I was expecting. But I would also like to have this story finished by the end of the month, which is, of course, tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this first sprint going. I haven't done any sprinting today. I've been lazy. I've done some writing today, but it's been very sluggish. I definitely sat in a bathtub for a really long time with my phone, and that was the most productivity I had today. So we're going to see if I could do some sprinting and hopefully actually have the energy to get that sprinting done. So we're going to go ahead and do a little 10-minute to get me warmed up. Hopefully it'll get you guys warmed up too if you need a warm up. And I will see you guys at 1:15. Okay, I am back and I have a sentence to finish up. One of these days, I will get better about timing this right, so I'm not finishing a sentence right here. I know that it's as easy as just keeping watch of that timer, which I do, and at 15 seconds saying, don't write another sentence, but I got to write that other sentence. So, let's see here. Okay. I'm having an issue with this story. I don't know if it's an issue. It's just a weird little thing that's happening right now. This character is a very condescending doctor through this whole thing, which has caused a bunch of problems in the past, that I've yet to figure out how to resolve them because that is the type of writer that I am. But right now it's actually working in his benefit because everybody just assumes that he's being condescending for the fact that he is a condescending person and not because he's actually hiding something. Okay, I got 293 words there, so that was good. Hopefully, again, I could just keep this pace up and keep my writing going. Again, let me know how you guys are doing at home. These are the final days of NaNo, and as much as I finish NaNo really early now, and it's not really a challenge unless I add extra stuff like this month doubling the goal. I've definitely had those. Like I have been in a coffee shop at 11:47 at night, having a full-on meltdown because the internet isn't working right at the exact moment when I have to update. And of course, in order to win. And of course, back in the day, the system wasn't nearly as reliable as it is now for all the problems of the NaNo site that we have now. At least it's good about processing everything. And also coffee shop internet tends to be better now. Not that we know anything about that right now, but yeah, so that would have been like a 2010 problem. So Devin, I don't want the character to be more pleasant. I mean, I wish that I don't know. I did not mean for him to be as shitty of a character that he was. And now that I have written him, I like that he's a shitty character. I don't like that he's a shitty character, but I like how he ended up getting built. But also, of course, when you're writing a romance, the deeper the hole that your characters dig for themselves, the longer it takes to fill that hole back in. So this hole was supposed to be filled in 10,000 words ago. And instead they are much further in the plot and they're still not where they need to be because I haven't yet figured out how to actually get them where they need to be so they can fly off into space at the end and everybody will be happy that they are together. I'm not going to say that he was abusive in the beginning, but he was kind of, I don't know. When you're writing anything that's sort of paranormal or sci-fi, you end up with like really bizarre character defects sometimes. And this was one of them, that he's part of like a government experiment. So he was kind of abusive to her for the beginning, but then he like figured out why he was being like that and fixed it. Like fixed what had happened that was making him that way. But that's not, the reader isn't going to want the solution to be, well, I took this medicine and now I'm not abusive anymore. So he's got to prove himself to her. And I haven't figured out how he's going to do that yet. That's okay. I've got like a day and a half to figure that out, right? Let's go ahead and do our next sprint. I'm going to go ahead and run this one for 20. And we'll see if I can get some more progress on it. And hopefully you guys also get some progress on whatever you're working on. I will see you guys at 41 past. All right, I'm back. Remember that thing I said before about not starting a new sentence after like the 15-second mark? I finished the sentence at the 12-second mark, and then I was like, I can get this extra one in. Let me just get it in. No, so hold on 1 second. Oh, and we're blurry. Okay. All right. So in that sprint, I got, looks like I got just shy of 400. Let me actually click the right buttons to figure it out properly. I got 497. So yes, just shy of 500, which I could do better, but I kind of zoned out in the middle of that, and that's okay. That's just where I'm at right now. Yeah, so again, whoever's there, if you want to let me know how you're doing, do it. Chonk's looking weirdly not comfy on my purse. What is wrong with him right now? Cats are weird. Cats are just weird. And he loves that purse. He's flopped on top of it right now because of the other one back there. He's worried that she'll try to steal it. You can't see from the camera angle, but she's doing very much a long cat right now. She does not care about that purse. Only Chalk cares about purse. But he doesn't understand that because he has a tiny walnut brain. And I feel like his is just a little bit tinier for all the fat surrounding it because he's a big boy, a big chunk. Yeah, so we are absolutely going to keep this ball rolling because I need as many sprints as possible. So again, we are going to be just doing 5-minute breaks here, and I'm going to see if I can get that 2,000 that I need for tonight. Let me know what you guys need for tonight if you're working on those nano goals or on something else. Not a soda. That was sad. I was really hoping for a little bit more soda. I get these little tiny cans because it doesn't matter how much I drink. I don't. It is what it is. Normally, I'm happy with those little tiny cans, but I need caffeine tonight. Hey, Shauna, thanks for joining. Yes, there are much cat behind me. Two whole cats behind me. All right, so I'm going to say we should go ahead and get this next sprint going. Power right through this evening. Again, I'm not feeling great tonight because of my own life choices. So I'm just going to keep doing these sprints because I'm not in a chit-chatty mood today. So we're going to write for the next 20 minutes. It is about quarter of right now. So we'll be finishing just shy of 5 of. Good luck, everybody. Okay, I am back, and I was just as irresponsible this time, but I managed at like 7 seconds left to write out that entire sentence except for the punctuation at the end. So that is done. And let's see how I did. Let me know how you guys did. Again, we are on I'm doing this short schedule today. By short, I mean short breaks. So we're going to get this next sprint going in about 5 minutes. I got 5:16 there, and I feel real good about that. Maybe, you know what? I had that goal of writing 5,000 a day that got real squashed. And so then I just changed my goal to get myself to 95K today. But so that 95K should absolutely happen because I'm only about 600 away from that. But I am already at 2970. You know, it's amazing when you get these sprints going, how quickly you can actually build up that word count as long as you stick to the sprints well. So I'm already at 2970 for today. So if I can get 2 more 20-minute sprints that are right about this 5:16 that I got, pretty much exactly this 5:16 I got this time, that will put me at 4,000. And that does make me feel better. I wasn't able to consistently do 5,000 this week. But despite everything with this week, if I can get that consistent 4,000, I feel pretty good about that. Yeah, so we're just going to keep writing along. I'm at this weird end of this story. I don't know. Things are just paced real weird in the story. All of these stories in this series are going to be strangely paced. Oh my God, paced. Because all of the stories mesh together and like they all have to kind of begin at the same spot. They all have to begin at the same spot and end at the same spot, or like a couple of them push a little bit past that. The last 2 books push past it. But because of that, you know, their actual stories don't take place through that entire time frame. Some of them take place toward the end and some of them take place toward the beginning. This one that I'm doing now, it takes place at the very beginning of this 1-year timeline. The majority of it takes place in the first month of it. So then I have this weird stretched out ending, whereas some of them are the opposite and they take place at the like end of the year, but like I still have to start them in the same place. So there's this weird stretched out beginning on those. Shauna got 476 and finally finished that chapter. Congratulations. It's always a good feeling when you finish a chapter or a scene for me, because I don't put chapter breaks in until I'm editing. I did finish a scene during my sprint as well, and that did also feel good. Like, I don't know, it's that checking the little boxes. Checking the little boxes is great. And Shauna's MC went to her sister's wedding, and it was a disaster. It was as funny as it was horrifying. I love stuff like that. I especially so I write paranormal romance. So a lot of times I don't really have the opportunity to do that like slice of life stuff. So when I get to, it's always a disaster. When I have, the last one I did was Thanksgiving, and like there are demons. It's like 3 sisters who are humans, but their significant others are all demons or angels. And so they're all like sitting around this table and like trying not to hate each other. And of course, chaos ensues. I love writing that stuff, and I love reading it. Devin typed up some notes, and that's fantastic as well. Oh, sorry. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the middle of that sprint, I ate a Twix. I don't know if this has always been a thing, but apparently Twix wrappers, oh geez, look at that shine on that. For these single pack ones, they tell you if it's left or right. What a weird thing to do. Is that right? Do I have another Twix? Well, I've got two lefts in here, so I've just got this like bucket of candy. I've got three lefts in here. Is this a joke? Like, are they just all actually lefts and they're just I got excited for nothing. Even like I say I got excited even as I was about to say that's kind of dumb, but whatever. Sorry, I am in a mood tonight. Twixes are dumb, but they're also delicious. They are one of my favorite candy bars. And on that note, let's go ahead and get this next sprint going. So we're going to go for 20 minutes again. It is exactly 10 after, so I will see you guys at half past. Good luck. Get those words in or those notes if you are note taking. Okay, that is time on that sprint. I did stop writing in time, so I just got to put my numbers in here, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually at 94,997, so I am just shy of that goal, just a weensy little bit of that 95K that was absolutely my essential goal for today, so that I only had to write 5,000 tomorrow. But I'm also at 3572, so I am pretty comfortable for finishing with 4K today. So yay, I am hitting a goal that I really didn't think I was going to today, because again, today's been a not good day. And I don't know, I feel like I have like great days where I write 5,000, but my bad days, it's really not that hard for me to get there. And I feel that sounds like I'm bragging, and I'm not. I'm just always amazed at how quickly I can get those words up as long as I'm doing the sprints. This is more bragging about how good sprints are. Sprinting is really like exactly how I'm able to write as many books as I have. Because it gets, I don't know, like once you get that rhythm down, and you can really avoid all the distractions of the internet, which is becoming harder and harder. I always say that the reason I got really good at doing those 1K 30s, but I'm not capable of doing it anymore, is because I was just writing crap at the time, and I value that. It's like speed and precision and accuracy. You need like both to go on, if that makes sense. I needed to get faster at typing, and I did. And so it didn't matter that the words weren't great. I got faster at my typing. And then once I got faster at just typing the words, then I could kind of move my brain around to get the words more valuable. So I can't do that 1K 30 anymore. And I feel like it's just because those words are more valuable than what I was getting. So like if I'm writing 700 instead of 1,000, that 1,000 I might have only had like 500 good words in it. So I'm still doing better now. But also I feel like internet and all of that, the more that we need it, the harder it is to resist it. So even that 10 seconds when you stop and you look at your phone because it flashes or whatever, I literally am doing it right now. I was so smart to put it behind me for these sprints, and then here we are. I better check all this. Oh my God, what's going on? I don't need to check any of that. What I need to do is get this final sprint going. Yes. So Shonda, I agree. I did NaNo for years in another region that wasn't as active in person. So I never knew about, and again, this would have been like early 2000s. So I didn't even know about word sprints until I moved to Atlanta and joined the local group here, and started to do the in-person stuff, which now we've had to switch back to this, but this wasn't the thing that existed back then, the virtual stuff. And it was a total game changer for me, going from like what I'd been doing I started NaNo in 2004, and then 2007 is when I moved to Atlanta. Total game changer for me. And I write entirely in sprints now. Like even if I'm not hosting, I normally use Discord, or I will literally just talk to the Echo and set a timer. Usually I go for 20 minutes, sometimes 15, depending on my mood. But that's how I always write now. And I'm so much more productive for doing that. I'm so much more productive for setting a timer for not a gigantic chunk of time, 20 minutes-ish, and and just cutting out all distractions for that. And yes, for tomorrow, there are a ton of sprints. I'll actually be doing two. I'll be doing my regular 4 to 6 p.m. And then I will also be in Meadows from 10 a.m. to noon Eastern time. And hey, Nikki, thanks for joining. You're almost at 33K. That's fantastic. I'm not saying this in any way to brag. It's just we're both at almost points. I'm almost at 95K. So I'm going to hit that 95K in this sprint. And then we'll probably call it a day. So I will see you guys in 20 minutes. Okay, so that was our last sprint, and I did get it finished just a couple seconds early and even managed to get everything calculated. And I did big numbers at the end there. So I am at 95,621 for NaNo, and I'm at 4,196 for the day. And I got 624 on that last sprint. So I am feeling really good, but also exhausted. I apologize if you could hear me yawn over and over again. That was not intentional, and probably very cruel, and I'm sorry. Hopefully, mostly what you were hearing was my very clicky keyboard. I do have a very strong affinity for very clicky keyboards. So this is a loud one, and that makes me happy. Even my tablet has a little tablet keyboard for it thing, whatever. And even that is a really loud, clicky keyboard. So that is also fantastic. And it drives me nuts when I have to write on my actual laptop keyboard because it's a quiet one. I'm sure other people appreciate that, but I don't. So let me know how you guys did for the sprints. And for this session total, and how you're doing for NaNo if you are still working on NaNo. And in the meantime, there's nobody else scheduled on that handy dandy calendar. So I don't know what's happening. It is so late. As you guys probably know, I'm not somebody who usually writes this late. So I don't even know. I guess it's probably, people on the West Coast that, of the United States that are writing now. And obviously, like, depending on where you are, there's other countries you might be in. I don't know who's sprinting right now, though. So hopefully, there are other places for you to go. And I am going to call it a night. I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern for Meadows Write-a-thon Relay. And I will also be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. for the regular Word Stitch write-in. And I do these things all year. So come visit us all year round. I don't do as many as I did this week because I did every single day this week. But we do up to 4. So yeah, subscribe and like and all of that. And make sure you back up. Oh, Shonda reported. Yay. Shonda did fantastic for the day. Got that 5,300 on that last sprint. 27,000 total, which is fantastic. And Brilliant Wonderful, hello, got 100,000 on NaNo. So I am hopefully about to get there tomorrow. And you finished the book on the 19th, but you're continuing to write other stuff. Yeah, I finished my first book at 45K on the 12th, I think it was. And I've been doing other projects and stuff since then, but I'm so close to that 100K that I gotta get it. Okay, so that is everything for me for today, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good luck to you, and good luck finishing NaNo if you haven't gotten there yet.